You know, sometimes in life, comparisons just don't make sense. And one of those comparisons is between Pastor Jerry Eze and VeryDarkMan. And why did I say so? He made a video. Here's the video.
You see,
Honestly,
God get the way to do it is. Anytime they try to water my personality down, anytime they try to water down my effort, and to compare it with nonsense, God bring a very good example for them. So now I go about where there's a problem. I have the platform. This is what I do. I have the platform. I go there because I want everybody to see what the problem is. They will say, oh, he's a content creator, he's a cloud chaser, he's using it to chase cloud to make money on social media. Yeah. Now, when a favorite pastor, now be the highest paid for YouTube, are you also going to call Pastor Jerry Eze a content creator? Because now I've gotten a perfect answer to all the rubbish people want that my person. If they don't say VeryDarkMan is a content creator, I'll say just like Pastor Jerry Eze. See, God always stands for me. He's bringing a reason for comparison. Like it's like boom, boom. Me, I go out, I go to the battlefield, I go there, I make sure that the government hear it, I make sure that the government do what's needful. I mean, he on the other hand, he offers you people prayers.
here's the video. Honestly, there is no basis for it. None at all. And it's like comparing light to darkness, oil to water. And before you jump to conclusions, no, I don't watch NSPPD because most times they do their prayers. I'm either at work or the time difference often impacts me. But you actually don't need to be warned to see the truth staring right at you. Okay? Hello everybody, welcome back again. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Start Mom of 5. So let's talk about Pastor Jerry's sacrifice. Let's take a moment to look at Pastor Jerry's journey. This is a man who has been sacrificing night after night, barely sleeping, barely resting, just to lead millions of us in prayer. Yes, people worry about his health because his dedication is that extreme, and yet he presses on. Why? Because his mission is bigger than his comfort. And then there are the testimonies, countless testimonies of lives changed, breakthroughs recorded, families restored. Do not judge or do not point at my anointed, right? But even if we put those aside for a second, his disciple, his discipline, his consistency, his sacrifice, they already speak louder than any award could ever. So let's be clear. When Pastor Jerry Eze receives awards, it doesn't reduce him to a, in quote, fake pastor. It affirms what many already know. His impact is undeniable. So, waiting with the problem with VeryDarkMan gets now, because like I said, you saw from that video that he made, right? Why does VeryDarkMan suddenly have a problem? Why? Why now? Rattles, if you know, let us know in the comment section. But me, I have one answer. The one answer on everybody's lips, the one word is jealousy. Before YouTube listed Pastor Jerry among the highest earning YouTubers, VeryDarkMan never once called him a content creator. Not once. But the very moment recognition came, suddenly, Pastor Jerry was no longer a man of God in VeryDarkMan's eyes. He was reduced to a, in quote, content creator. Is Pastor Jerry really a content creator? That's not constructive criticism. That's envy. Plain, loud, and obvious envy. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Yes, let's address the blind Bartimaeus, the blind followers of VeryDarkMan. Here is the sad part. Some of these people in the Ratel, some of these followers, even those who pray every morning with Pastor Jerry, joined him in throwing insults. Think about that for a second. Yeah, think about it for a second. The same man you wake up to pray with, the same man whose voice you cry amen to, you turn around and mock him because someone you admire told you to. Oh, you don't have your own brain that you used to think. That is not loyalty. That is blindness. Blind loyalty is actually dangerous. It shuts down reason. It kills independent thinking. It makes you hate who your leader hates without even asking why. Does that make sense? And here is the truth. Blind loyalty doesn't just end in insults. It sows seeds of bitterness and causes that can actually echo through generations. Today, you think you are just defending someone online. Tomorrow, the consequences may follow your lineage. And some of these rattles, some of them go and threaten people's lives. Is that a movement you should be a part of? Now, let's speak about the silent NSPPD members. And what about the NSPPD members who stayed silent? Yes, you, the rattles in quotes. How does it feel now that he is dragging your own pastor? Because I know some of you rattles follow NSPPD, right? When others were attacked, you all clapped. When strangers were mocked, you stayed quiet. Now that it's Pastor Jerry, what happens to you? You guys are frozen, suddenly frozen. You know it's wrong, but you can't say a word. Why? Because you fear your hero, VeryDarkMan. Because you rather protect VeryDarkMan's image than defend your own spiritual father. Let me tell you guys, that is not wisdom. That is absolute abject weakness. Yes, read my lips, weakness. Now, another example is this, the Elder Bassi example. You guys are the largest pot of jollof rice ever cooked by Elder Bassi. He tried to make his own case. This is not the first time we've seen this pattern. Remember, like I said, during Elder Bassi's cookathon, here was a young woman doing something inspiring, something motivational. She brought Nigerians together in joy, in pride, in celebration. We all witnessed the unity Elder Bassi sparked. But what did VDM do? Instead of clapping, instead of celebrating, it twisted it like a twister Higest lolly. It said the youths were jobless. It mocked the turnout of people who went to support Elder Bassi. He even compared it to when he was arrested, as though every moment, every matter must always revolve around him. Why? Again, that is not wisdom. That is manipulation. That is insecurity screaming out loud. Yes, insecurity. And I hate to say this, but this is a pattern of envy. And if you look closely, this is the pattern. Whenever someone else is celebrated, VDM cannot clap. It twists the story. You hear about the Fina case. It mocks the effort. Fina case. It reduces the person. Fina case. It manipulates the narrative. Case of Fina and her sister. And all because the spotlight is not on him. Like I said, that is not leadership. That is insecurity. A leader should be able to celebrate others without fear. A leader should recognize that another person's success does not threaten their own. Shikena, pure hearts, no holding grudges. Now, let's talk about this truth about success. Here is the truth. I am not be saying to, I'm not claiming to be one. Jealousy is loud, but it is powerless. It can make noise, but it cannot cancel real success. Because real success doesn't beg for attention. It commands it. It speaks for itself. And every time VeryDarkMan tries to drag someone down, it doesn't reduce their light. It only exposes its own darkness. Let me know your thought and opinion in the comment section so far. Now, closing advice to VeryDarkMan. I am nobody, but I still have to put this part. My advice here to you is this, VeryDarkMan. Learn to celebrate people. Learn to clap when others succeed. Stop using people's achievements as a disguise to air your bitterness. He did that during Davido's wedding, traditional wedding in Nigeria, and then fracas between him and Yabojo, all and all. Because it shows, your bitterness shows, we can see it. We can see the jealousy. We can see the hate. We can see the insecurity. The world does not have to revolve around you. The world should not revolve around you, VeryDarkMan. Okay? Now, final words to the rattle is followers. As for you, the rattle followers, who will rush here to insult me? Go ahead. Keep yapping, yapping, yapping. Keep typing, typing, typing. Keep defending blindly, because every insult you throw only proves one thing: your brains have been handed over to him. Respectfully, in case, because I know there are some agbalagbas amongst you, but for those who can think, let this be a wake-up call. Not everything is wrapped in analysis is wisdom, okay? Sometimes it's just envy wearing a cloak, wearing a mask. So, Pastor Jerry and VeryDarkMan, like I said, there is no comparison, none at all. One is building lives, the other one is tearing them down. And history, yes, history will always remember the difference. I hope all I've said made sense, because I know you writers, they will come for me. The truth is bitter, but we have to say it. Like I said, all of these things, I have said it out of respect. I have not insulted anybody. I have not called you names. I am just speaking the truth, because the truth is bitter. With that being said, guys, if you've watched this video till now and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment based on these things I spoke about. What do you think? And if you've not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like, share. Do not hesitate to join my membership, and I shall see you in another episode of The Truth is Bitter, but we must say it. All right, see you guys later. Bye.
You can bank on it. You can put 100 grand on it. Anything I said, I stamp on it. In a private plane, I lamp on it. Lele oh, they call me bank on it. Cause I walk around with the bank on it. Show them